What is up, everybody? This is Mr. Tony Stark, and I'm bringing you another topical commentary. I've done several of these in the past, all on issues that I feel are relevant to playing COD, not just COD, but any video game in general where you have an online community, and I'm going to kind of keep all right along with that theme. And we're going to get right into that in a second, but before we do, I'm going to talk about the gameplay for 1 second, because this is awesome. This is a 41-1, perfect dark gameplay. Team deathmatch, 1 on 8, and I dominate with the Falcon 2 pistol. Proficiencies are none. Attachments are none. But I go ham anyway. So, yeah, check this out. This is on the old GoldenEye map. They changed the title of it to something funky, but yeah, this is a beast gameplay. I am a monster at Perfect Dark. But anyway, that's beside the whole point here. I just thought I would throw that up here and have something fun behind besides COD. Alright, so let's get right into the topic. Today we're going to be talking about JERKS, online antagonists, cyber bullies, overly aggressive players. Now you're going to find these in any online game type, no matter what it is. There's always the guy that's there to make everyone else feel miserable. And then, most of the time, you'll run into a group of people and they all have the same mentality because they feed off each other. Are you one of these guys? I can be one of these guys. That's why I can talk about this. I feel like that all these other these topics that I've been talking about as far as the community goes are very relevant to not only my experience but my attitude as a player. I've really tried to evolve over the years of playing to become a better player and a better sport when it comes to this kind of stuff. So this is something that I've tried to struggle with as well, as far as when you're in a party and you got a bunch of people and they're all your friends, and someone starts talking crap and you're just like, oh, this is awesome, I got my boys here. It's like you're rolling up with your gang and you're gonna lay the smack down on them because who are they? But that's kind of my point. That's kind of the point that I want to get to, is the who are they, because you have to look at it from both sides, not only from the bully side but from the aggressee side. That, you know, this is online. Now, I don't know if we forget about this when we're playing these games, but it's not real life. We're playing a video game. So when we resort to insults and we're throwing back and forth, we're throwing back you know, derogatory terms, and I don't even have to say what they are, that everyone knows. Everyone says the same things over and over again. They pick one thing and you just harp on it and you say it over and over, and it's at the top of their lungs, and everyone escalates 1 decibel higher until, you know, you see whose voice box cracks first, because, you know, most of them haven't hit puberty yet, so you're just kind of just waiting to see what's going to happen. But so yeah, so I think we forget that when we're playing here, we're playing in a virtual world, and so whenever someone says something to me that's derogatory, I don't really know what that person is trying to accomplish. And the same thing for me. Like, whenever I insult someone for playing bad, or insult them for how they, you know, are talking or acting or whatever, what's the point of that? Ultimately, is it to make them feel bad? Is it to make them change their mind? Is it going to I don't know, is it going to do something to better yourself or better the gameplay? Or I don't know, because ultimately, when you think about it, if someone says that my mom is fat, is that going to insult me? If she actually was, how would I be insulted? It would be true. If she's not, still, how would I be insulted? It's not true. So that goes with any insult you throw out there, no matter what it is. If it's true, okay, alright, now what? If it's not true, still, now what? And where we go from here? We're insulting someone that we're insulting people that we don't even know, and then insulting them with things that are not either not true or they are true, but either way, it's not going to change it and not going to matter. And I really, I think it's really funny, and how, you know, we can get so emotional, so wrapped up in what someone else is saying that we have no relation to, no physical worldly tie to. It's not like this person is, you know, lives down the street. Maybe some cases they do live down the street. I don't know. That'd be kind of weird. But yeah, ultimately, like I said, I'm not really aiming to change your mind about it, but maybe think about it. You know, we talked about rage quitting, and we talked about camping, and we talked about all these different things, different ways to play the game. But my ultimate goal is that you think about it when you're doing it. Maybe realize what the point is when that person's had enough, or whenever you're on the other end of it, you know, when you can be like, all right, you know, I'm out of here, I'm going to mute it, I'm going to mute you so I can still play the game and still have fun. Ultimately, the video game itself, the object is to entertain. So if you can't be entertained while you're playing because of whatever, you know, that's a problem. So anyway, guys, that about wraps it up for me for this week's topical commentary. I hope it gave you something to think about as far as being a cyber bully. If you are one, you know, maybe think about what you're doing. If you're not one, if you're an aggressee, as I like to say, you know, think about ways that you can keep enjoying the game without having to deal with it. We've all been on one side or the other, and it's not really fun. Either way, you're not really, you know, getting anywhere, and you're not making the world a better place. And that's ultimately, outside of YouTube, outside of video games, that's ultimately what we should be worrying about. Anyway, I'm Mr. Tony Stark, and this has been a topical commentary. Until next time, peace.